What if I said to you, you can only stay in this country if you can tell me the first black South Africans or Africans to participate in the Olympics? Did you know that what we now know as the Olympic Games began in Greece as a sports festival to honor the Greek god Zeus? Many of you may be familiar with this part of history. However, there is more to the story. The early Olympics were not only elitist and sexist, but surprisingly racist as well. While history tends to focus on the elitist and sexist aspect, it often overlooks another significant issue. When the Olympic Games were revived in the 19th century, after the original Greek events had faded, a French aristocrat, Pierre de Coubertin, was the one to bring the idea back to life. The modern Olympic Games officially began in 1896 in the city of Athens in Greece. At that time, South Africa, under the British rule, was not invited. The country was divided into two British colonies, Cape Colony and Natal, and two so-called independent republics, the Orange Free State and the Transvaal. For those unfamiliar, Transvaal today includes Gauteng, Limpopo, Mpumalanga and east portion of the Northwest, while Orange Free State is what we now call the Free State. So what happened was, South Africa eventually participated in the third Olympic Games held in the USA in 1904. South African colonist General Piet Cronje brought two South Africans, Len Tau and John Mashiane, who were enslaved at the time. Interestingly, one article I read mentioned these two black South Africans remained loyal to their white friends, which I found ironic. Friends who let them run barefoot. It's clear that history can be very biased. These two Tswana legends, Len Tau and John Mashiane, finished 19th and 13th respectively in the Olympics marathon. Research mentions what seemed to be a myth that claims they lost up to 6 minutes after being chased off course by stray dogs. Some sources dismiss this as a myth, calling it a good story to ignore. This kind of dismissal fueled my frustration as it highlights the biases in the recorded history. The stories of these legends are often discarded and ignored as if they never existed, despite the fact that they were the first Africans and the first black people to participate in the Olympics. From running barefoot, we've come a long way. Today, we can compete fairly with proper training and sports gear, unlike Tau and Mashiane, who had no athletic experience or equipment. So these two gentlemen were simply chosen because they carried war news during the Boer Wars. In isiZulu, we normally say indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili, which means the way forward is learned from those ahead. It's crucial to carefully examine our history because that's how we build character and recognize our innate power. To realize our strength and unite once again, we must understand all aspects of our history. See you in the next episode at Footcast.